Hey folks, let's get started. So let's shut the door too. It's gonna be rolling.
Well, the church is still going.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday.
The drums haven't started yet.
The
Drums, yeah, the drums. They do these drum solos.
The thing, are they kicked off? Are they calling now? They're making calls now. Okay. So I just want to give you a teaching example here through the pilot. So I have Juliana. She's one of two receptionists. There's Lori, who's our receptionist manager, and then there's Juliana, who's our senior. So she was late to the PR kickoff, and this is multiple times already. And she's like she's very comfortable. Also in the non-summer, sometimes the standards are different. So for branches and even some DMs, I pulled her aside and said, "Hey Juliana," she goes, "Hey Jeffrey, you look great today." I said, "Juliana, you're late again. I really can't keep having this conversation with you." I said, "Look, I really enjoy having you here, but I keep getting B- work, versus I got A+ work all this whole time. And I can't tell the rest of the receptionists to be on time when the person who's been here longer than all of them keeps showing up late. And they keep turning the cheek, and you keep working here. So pretty soon it's going to create something I don't want. So I just need you to know now this is your formal warning. I can't have this anymore. Otherwise, I will have to find someone to replace you. Even though I really like working here, and I think you like working here too, I just cannot and will not tolerate that." "Yeah, Jim, well, I have this." I said, "I have zero concern with what was going on unless you're hurt. And I know you have a lot going on. So do I. So does Ricky, and so does all the other 9 girls and Camilla." I have to keep saying Adam the guy. It's weird, right? So at this point, I need you to leave that stuff at home. I have to find someone who can leave it at home. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are we 100% clear that this is the final warning? And I'm only giving you the warning because I want you to be here. So we're moving forward. We're going to work together. You're working here now. You're not fired. But if this continues, I have a new receptionist I need to find. Are we clear? Okay. I need your A+ today. Seriously. She goes, "Okay." So we may lose her, we may not. But can you make a note that I said that to Beth? Or send me an email, just say following up on conversation, whatever.
I just can't believe something.
Well,
She manages your stuff now.
No. She's just a receptionist. She's not. Lori's not. Lori's here an hour early. This is a senior receptionist. This is just like she's been around since the spring. So just food for thought. You don't wait to address results, good or bad, right? 1-minute manager. Cool.
Can I pass it up?
All right. Say what?
Can I pass it up?
Is this yours?
Yeah.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. Hey, let's get back into PRs real quick. I just did some quick math. Okay, and it's not accurate to the T, but just to show, we should be averaging 2 sets per hour. How many calls per hour? What's the pace? The 20, right? So some of you weren't. I guess no one really watching the kickoff meeting, but if you get 2 scheduled, let's call it 4.5 minutes, maybe 5, right? Ish. Scott and I were just guesstimating. Then you have 4 that you don't schedule. That takes 4 minutes total because it's a 1 minute for them to say, no, I'm not interested. Then you got people that aren't available, including double tap. Each of those calls takes a minute, right? So these are the 20 touches. In other words, based on what Matt's been tracking, if you make 20 touches, this is typically what happens. 2 scheduled, 4 not interested, and we get a bunch of double taps that lead to nothing, no contact. If that's the case, that equals 48 minutes. We've got 16 minutes. I'm not 16. Good math, Jeff. 12 minutes left. So that's enough time for what? 1 or 2 set per hour. So the point is, if you drive this number, you should be able to get. Okay. You should be able to get 12. You should be able to get 12. Sorry. You should be able to get more than just 2 sets per hour.
Yeah.
So according to that, as far as reach, like who they talk to, it should be a 2-for-1 ratio. Like for every 2 people they talk to, they should schedule 1. But I don't know if that's how they reach.
Yeah. I can't give you the accurate answer. I know Matt has this whole. That's been Matt's thing all spring and fall. Like, the pilot's been tracking something, but I can get those numbers for you.
But, I mean, at least according to those numbers.
According to this, yes, it's 2 to 1.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I was just going to say that I feel like if we just raise our expectations to 3 an hour, that the numbers will fall. Because I've talked to a couple of people from Virginia that swear they get 3 an hour all the time and they don't track. I'm not saying we should do this. They don't track the number of calls per hour because they feel like the girls can lie about the number of calls they're making per hour.
Yeah. And
then they use the excuse of, I made 40 calls. I just didn't get a hold of anybody.
Right.
As opposed to actually setting the standard at 3 and believing they can get to 3.
Yep.
And then if we shift that mentality, the girls' numbers will
I agree. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm a firm believer with that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always told
like
girls it's 2 to 3 per hour. Every time we kept doing 1, I was just like, I just feel like we can get it. Especially when you train a new receptionist. I was telling Beth this the other day too. It's like they're so green, they don't know what's right or wrong. They don't know, that there's only supposed to be 50% of people who show.
Yeah.
The minute they don't know that, they get better shows.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they sit there on the phone thinking only half these people that I'm talking to are going to show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't go through the numbers with the girls till like their second or third week on the job.
Yep.
Because of that. Because I'm like, look, this is the minimum, but look what you've been getting.
Yep.
So that's how I kind of set it up for them. And with the PRs, the same thing. All these new girls, I brought one in that was a transfer, and she thought it was 1 per hour, and I was like, no, I don't play that game.
Homie don't play. Homie don't play.
Yeah. Like it's 2 to 3 per hour.
Crazy.
And she was like, all the other girls started getting them, and I remember her looking at the board and like, damn, and I was like, no, that's what it is.
Because if I sit down and make PR calls, I'm looking 3 an hour minimum.
For sure.
Why would that be?
More.
They're better at it. That means my goal is they're better than to make more calls.
Yeah.
That's
They're
what
focused
you
on it. But it's just the way that you perceive it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with reps,
Exactly.
You never told them what the averages were. If you bubbled a rep and you didn't tell them what the averages were, they would never know it was $200.
Do you show them the recruiting funnel then still, or?
I do show them the recruiting funnel without stats. However, I don't know if that's really the best move for you as a branch.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's a little more advanced, but
I just think that, I'm very confident in my receptionist training. I feel very good with it. But I did it my first 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not sure how you would take it up at that point. Because then you don't want them to take advantage of you either.
Right.
So it's a give and take there.
Any other thoughts? Good point. Here's what I will say. You're looking at this week's PR target: 400 the pilot in Miami, 300s in pilot in Hollywood, 180 in Ponce, Fort Myers, San Juan. Treasure Cook. Can you make sure that they're on San Juan?
Oh yeah.
Texas. TC in South Miami, we have 130.
It's recording.
PR Vets, which is Rui David, 130. Veteran branches, everyone here, all the 2, 2nd, and 3rd years, 90, and branches at 60. I think really for everyone, you have to add about 30 to 50 plus to each one. Like I would say in Miami, I would encourage Kathy to go for the 450, 500 this week.
400 this week.
Yeah, in the pilot we're going 375 is the cutoff number, and our goal is 375 no matter what. I think in Ponce, San Juan, Fort Myers, I think it's a 225. I think you're shooting for that. Treasure Coast, South Miami, I think you're 175, 200. PR Vets, 150, 175. Branches, the 124. What are the levels for you guys?
60, 90, 120.
60, 90, 120. I would definitely go 90 for sure for the first year branches, and then 120 for the vets. Go to the next level. That's your goal for the next 3-4 weeks. So, questions, comments? That was easy. Okay. So here's what I do want to say, and I'm not going to go through each one. Here's what I want to do. If I were to go each day, you guys have seen this enough. And let me get everybody. I need full attention on this one, please. If we're going through the PR program, no division is more on point with this than we are, even though some of you are on point with it, if that makes sense. It may not. No division is more on top of this than we are, but even if you're not on top of it, the division is. And so if you think of the systems, Facebook, every day you've been getting a PR cycle tip message of the day, okay? And the messages have been consistent for the last 2 weeks. And then you have the update on cycle on email. So I'm not going to review all those, but it's worth it to go back. I would go on the Facebook feed before this week starts and go through the last week or two of daily tips. And I know who's putting those into work, and I know who's not checking. It's pretty interesting. So there's actually an app I have. There's an app where I can check who is and isn't seeing my posts, and I can actually go into your computer through your camera and see you.
Wait, you have a camera, man?
Actually, I am currently in all your offices right now.
He has the key to my heart.
That's right.
Omniscient.
The power of
Omniscient is all seen. Omnipotent is powerful. Oh, yeah.
Omnipresent.
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay.
Omnipresent.
Any other thoughts on driving the cycle number? Things that you're doing? The board, I mean, it's such an important. I think of Pau, who's just so on top of like tracking it. Leslie's done a good job in the past of just here's what we're trying to hit, the number, and we cross it down every day. You need to count down. You set the tone with the receptionist, encouraging them, getting them excited. So I just ran kickoff. Any other question?
Oh, no, there's a comment there.
Oh, sure.
I've been doing the numbers, daily PR goal, daily IAP goal, and like crossing off interview, all that stuff.
Yep.
It's been working really well.
That's it. Just copy the Facebook. Like, and I'm actually gonna. I may or may not continue to do that. Or if I do it, I'm just gonna copy and paste last week's, just so you know. Right? Just so you have it. But that's what I'll be doing because I need to start moving on to other things and driving other programs too. So, put a hand up. Yeah, we'll go 1, 2. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go.
I know last week I just didn't actually a few weeks ago I didn't really make a focus on just rep driven. One thing that I just changed is
Bless you.
when I wrote my rep driven part of AT1, say when we put demos on the board and do a countdown and put at least 5 for each. We didn't get the 5 for everyone, but just do a countdown just like we do demos for
I like
rep driven,
that.
kind of do it for rep
Yeah.
driven.
Save that for the rep driven part. Also, I really like that
Yeah, I
idea.
like that too.
I just realized when I was prepping for my meeting, I launched 2 of my receptionist PRs, and both one of them sold a homemaker, the other one's out. So just continuing to prep receptions.
Yeah, okay.
That's
So
the
valid.
sharpest girls in training.
That's it. I like it.
When I first put my receptionist board up, I put all the dates and then all the PR numbers next to it, and I just put like 10 over. So for example, the week said it was 80, I had to shoot for 90, and we got 90 the first week. I think 78 the second week. So and then as we go through, I just put +2 or +1, and then it rolls over to the next week. So for example, we were actually minus 16 last week. I thought we were -9, but it was -16. So then now this week, instead of 130, the board says 146. I just texted Heather, she changed it.
So you're just updating
So,
it.
yeah, then they just see the constant number, but it's not only like, hey, we need to hit this number on the week, but it's also like a total goal kind of thing for the summer. Like we can't miss the cumulative goal either. So,
I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
catch up.
Other thoughts on the traditional cycle? Good.
Well, just because like I've been struggling with a little bit of names, I got this from Mary Lou. Just when my receptionists don't have touches or anything to call, they're just going through old PRs from last summer, and we have like 3 or 4 lists of like really sharp kids, and we've gotten I'd say like 20 scheduled from just those old PRs.
My sharpest guy on my team right now, the guy who recommended him was recommended by an old rep that I was calling his PR list from Jake Summer.
Get those old lists if you can.
Yep.
I like it. I want to transition a bit into rep-driven, then we'll do a miscellaneous list, and then we can dive into the second portion and last portion of the meeting, which is productivity, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. You guys know the standard that we're promoting now. If you're a branch manager, what's the minimum Monday, Wednesday, Sunday number you need to get? 10. If you don't know that, you're behind. Right? Who knew that? Okay. Let me just raise your hand, just to raise it. But branches, it's 10 minimum. If you don't hit 10, you wasted money, and you didn't even make it worth the time on Monday. Because that's the third. There's the 3 objectives of advanced training 1. More appointments, instruction and perspective, and rep-driven. And then on Wednesday, 10 plus. For vet, what do you call it? New DMs, I would say 15 to 20 plus. Vet DMs, 20 plus. Pillar and DVM, 30 plus. Those have got to be the standard. So here's what I'll say. You have to have a 0 tolerance. I was talking to Ricky the other day. We were at like 19 or something. I think we were either 19 and needed to get to 20, or 24 needed to get to 25. And Ricky said, we're going. We were calling till 11 o'clock at night on Wednesday night. I know some of you are used to it already. You already know how to do that. But there's no, ready? This is the thought that I think is going to kill some of your offices. I'll make it up next week. There's no more making it up next week in the next 6 weeks. And I'm not going to call you out, but if you're launching single digits, if you're more than 50 off your PR number, or if you get less than the number I just gave you for rep-driven, you're in a state of emergency right now. Your office, in my mind, is a state of emergency. If you have all 3, none of your life matters outside of those 3 things. Like none of your Cutco life matters outside of those 3 things. You get your PR cycle back on track with the staffing. Get your 10 plus as a branch, your 15 plus as a new DM, your 20 plus as a vet DM, your 30 plus rep driven as a pillar DVM, and what was the third one? Yes.
Double digit.
Double digits in training. And well, listen. I feel like this could go with the beats. Rep driven. How about this? I'm not gonna go through the approach. Any thoughts on what we're doing to take Mondays and Wednesdays and Sundays higher? So we have some people that are executing Pal, you're also executing highly on this too. I would love maybe Facebook any thoughts what you're doing for down in San Juan.
What she just did, that she just texted me about, was that she cleaned out all of our old lists that I had down there, because I don't throw out lists. I'm not a believer in that.
Right.
So I just file them away. So she cleaned out all the old lists. She got 2,000 PRs from like my top reps back in like 11, 10 and all that. And you guys might not have that, but even just cleaning out lists or going to the system and getting the PRs that are in there and making it happen. You know, that's how I made it happen the first 2 weeks when I had no PRs, was calling through old PRs.
Or old IAPs too. I mean, that's just a different topic, but let's talk about Monday, Wednesday. What are we doing to set that up? Or what? Or how about this? You're not getting it, most of you. 3 offices are getting it across the whole division. What's the biggest challenge? We'll start with positive, probably what they're doing, but why are we not getting it? Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Are we not getting it?
No, you are. Rep driven.
Alright, but yeah, no, set up, just to set up each of the days, just like Facebook, hitting everyone up for, just to verify, by the way, is this just in general?
No, I want to know why is it that,
PRs in general, like how to set it up in general?
yeah, how are we setting up for the rep driven sessions? To
So
get.
someone's on our team already, it's not that they just start on Saturday per se.
Yeah. I guess the question I have was, in general, what are some keys to making sure that you hit your Monday, Wednesday, Sunday rep-driven number? In their case, it's 30 plus minimum in Miami and in the pilot. What are some keys to it right now?
Well, for us, it's just knowing the number. That was actually a really like big thing for us. None of us freaking knew it. Staff-wise. So like obviously reception, but like now getting the staff tied in. Kathy has us all on WhatsApp, like certain individuals from our different like leads, our leaders of each portion of our business.
Okay.
All have a certain specific KRA for the day.
Yep. I love it.
So like I have sales, Lorena like PRs, and I actually know Yasmin PRs, but either way, like it's on WhatsApp. But so knowing that number is important, but then also on Tuesday on PDI when you're setting up for the team meeting, confirming people, telling everyone to already put the Facebook posts as well. And you can do that obviously on Sunday too.
What I would do is for each Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, I would send a text message on Saturday for Saturday night or Sunday morning for Sunday. I would get everyone at PSP to put it up Monday morning.
PSP, yeah, actually in the meeting. Sorry, my bad.
You do it at the meeting.
Yeah, I literally like I go one by one. I make them to my computer. And put it up.
I would do the same thing with the receptionist or group. Yeah. Is it already up?
I would do.
Okay. You go.
But like not asking like, did you do this yet? All right, come here.
And tell Lori, she'll do it.
But it's straight up like, did you do this yet? Come here, not like, all right, who did it? You know, like whatever. Just like,
Yeah. And then for your Wednesday session, I would on your Tuesday after o'clock in the morning, and then you send a text message for anyone that didn't get it done on Tuesday afternoon. I mean, Ricky is still posting to this day and still getting people in training. All right, Marquise, we got a Division II football player in our because of Marquise. It's the same thing every week. So.
Pal still gets people on too.
Yep.
She had something up here the other day.
Yep.
For years.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Thanks for building FC. Any other thoughts, questions? Yeah.
Whatever. No, I was just thinking about setting PRs.
Go ahead. Let's go. This is all PRs for the next 15 to 20 minutes if we
So
need
not
to.
necessarily rep driven in general?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the managers in between interviews. I'm just calling your people right away.
Yeah.
Posts.
Those post-interview PRs need to go right to the receptionist, and if I were the manager, would call the sharp ones myself.
Yeah. So your ones for sure.
And you know you do 5 before, 5 after as a
Yeah.
rep? It's the same thing. I would call 5 PRs after, 5 IAPs before, or PRs if you have to. There's always someone to call. I'm just telling you. And what great story are you going to be, and who's the branch that's going to say, yeah, I called my top 3 reps for the summer in between interviews. I was the one who said it.
Yeah, well, funny story was I did that. I was Pal's receptionist. It's the funniest story ever. I was literally in my last training class, the Wednesday before my last training class, and I was sitting there calling PRs with my sharp people, and she had been called before, but she had never answered. And I called her again because I knew she was from a good school. Called her, got her in same day, got her in the next day for training, launched her on my last seminar in my second branch.
Yeah, I got a sharp for lunch.
You never know who you're going to get when you call. You never know.
That's good when we do it. We're closers.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just do those ones to never get that story.
That's false.
Those stories only come if you do it every time.
Huh?
I said, but you'll never get that story if you just do it once.
Yeah. Oh, no, for sure not.
Alright.
I mean, it doesn't happen with everybody I did, for sure, but I mean, reality is,
Because sometimes you do
I
it
would have
once and
lost.
you get
I
that
mean,
result.
God knows if I would have had her go to hospital. You know.
I was Mario's receptionist.
Did you understand?
No, at all. I don't know.
Great.
He actually texted me after we hung up and he said,
What you
"Is this
say?
the Cutco thing?"
After?
Yeah.
After you explained it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Is this the Cutco thing?
Final thoughts on PRs, and we're gonna roll because I mean,
I don't know. Is
you
it
can
a
only
priority in your head?
you can only talk about this so much.
That's true, but it's just like, is it a priority in your head? You know. That's really what it comes down to. Because if it's a priority, you're gonna make it happen.
Right?
If
This
it's
is
not,
60% of the business. So if you don't have this in place, you don't get take out 60% of your business plan. That's it. That's it. We'll go here and then back over to Robbie Bob.
One of the things that we do just to maximize on closed PRs is if you have staff, just second manning, have somebody else walk in and say, hey, the bottom section is really important to managers because, you know, those we, well, I'm talking about like second manager.
Yeah, second person come in and then like,
Yeah.
you see the assignment, but you see that they haven't filled it out that much.
Yeah.
That's huge, by the way. They're gonna make a
Yeah, and what we do is the same thing that we do with customers when we ask for recommendations. Ms. Jones, if you can get to 20, you can get a free vegetable peeler. But obviously with PRs, we say, hey, our record here is actually 20 names and numbers. So if any of those, if anybody here is up for a challenge, you know, feel free to beat that.
Then interview?
Yeah.
That's not too hard.
what? What did you say?
Saying that the bottom section is most important for the managers because we look for
Can you give them a
people
specific number
that
to beat?
want to help us build a championship team here. We have a record of 20, so if anybody's up for a challenge, you know, feel free to use the back side of the page.
I said most people jot down 10, so for those that need to use back.
I'm looking to see who's here to impress.
Yeah.
Most people
for sure.
jot down 10, but I'm looking to see who's here to impress.
Yeah, as a second man?
Huh?
As a second man? This is what he's saying from, it's not from
As
the
a
second
second
man, it's
man,
as a second man, like your second individual going in. The post,
Now what you're saying.
the recruiter's closing, like on post.
Posting.
Yeah.
I would probably add that to just to you.
Yeah, like if you were asking straight up yourself, Darcy, we ran into your office and use the question, but not as a second man.
Just a fun thing.
I think that's sketchy, that's super sketchy.
So what's this discussion? Hold on.
That's
This is an
sketchy.
important discussion. I want to pay attention to this.
I don't know if it's that sketchy.
Can you explain what some guys aren't listening? This is big. Go ahead.
Oh, he asks, well, his second man tells them, you know, to hit over 20 in the interview. I don't know if I would have taken it as sketchy. I just find it weird that it's not coming from you.
When
If I
I
was
say,
sitting
when I
here-
say in the post, after the team section, I say, you know, just go ahead and fill out the whole bottom section. Feel free to use your cell phone.
Mhm.
If you need more space, you can use the back.
Yeah,
So that's what I say. But as a second man,
But the second man's got to set it up. He's got to at least connect with
Yeah,
somebody.
you can't just go in there, hey, by the way.
With
you're
some
balls.
sort of connection, like, you know, like, hey, did you get a chance to use the products? And then boom, 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 connect with them real quick and be like, hey, by the way, I saw you jot down 10. Most people, you know, the record's 20 or 30, so if you're up for a challenge. then
yeah,
you know,
that's
your
it. That's
shot.
what I mean.
Okay, but that's different, you build rapport.
You gotta,
Yeah.
before you gotta set it up. You can't just go in there full jerk.
No, we set it up. Say, hey, what's up?
I don't
You're
know.
really bad.
By the way, right now, yeah.
But the reason why I was saying that originally is because there's like multi-level marketing programs out there,
Yeah.
a bunch of pyramid schemes that other individuals see as a scam, and if
Yeah.
you connect any sort of thing to that, that's what's going to lead to that scam mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I
I
can
agree.
eliminate that, I should have just told them, I'm like, look, I'm building a championship organization, I want to build it from within.
Yeah.
If you are like going to be willing to help me, then you're obviously someone I can consider. That's the furthest I take it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to push them. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, right on the back, there's more. Like, there's
And
not
after
something
you
right on the
accept them,
back.
you're welcome. You can sit them outside and
But
do
it's just
more.
been on.
I don't know if I would do that so hard then. You know, I'm not sure. I really don't like that feeling. They go home and they say, oh yeah, and I recommended a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Mom and dad immediately
For sure.
Yeah.
go to.
Well,
They
that's why I
don't, but
just say
they will.
It's not.
Yeah, Karina says like it's not multi, like you don't make anything off them. It's just a from me to you type.
Yeah, like it's not one of those companies where like,
In the interview you said that?
yes, and
Yes, do your post. I want everyone to hear this, and you can even tape it if you want. I don't know, but
I
do
mean,
your.
word for word on the document you sent out, I'll do it.
Well, then read it. No, say it.
Yeah, I mean, I say what Paz says, and I've been adding the whole thing. And I start off with, I'm like, hey, Hold on, let me get in the mood. All right, so those are the details of the position. What I have you do right now is fill out the sheet of paper. This will help me and either prove me right or prove me wrong. For efficiency purposes, let me know on how I want this filled out. Go ahead and fill out the top part first. Quick, easy. Put your name, yes or no section. Shouldn't take you too long. Skip the middle part. It's actually the most important part for you. Go straight to the bottom. It's actually the most important part for me. As I mentioned, I am looking to build a championship team. I recognize that bigger armies beat smaller armies. So here's where you can write down any friends or family you can recommend to the position. I want to be clear. I cannot guarantee anybody position. I can, however, guarantee an interview. If selected, this isn't one of those things where you'd get percentages or extra income just by. And I kind of do the motion of like pyramid thing. I don't say pyramid scheme because I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to insinuate that with us. But I just kind of make a pyramid hand gesture. This isn't one of those pyramid. This is one of those companies where you get percentages or money off of them. It's just a thank you from me to you to help me build my team. If you're someone that I see that's excited about building my organization, you might be someone I would want to consider to build my organization around. So go ahead and do that part, and then the reason I have you leave the middle for the end is a section for you to jot down your thoughts. Really, I'm probably not even going to read it. It's really so I can get the best version of yourself. I am going to go through this process pretty quickly, so I just want you to have all your thoughts gathered, and you can just kind of have everything prepared because these are the questions I'll be asking you in person. So again, top, bottom, middle. I can't spend that much time with all of you, but if selected, I'll definitely give you welcome to reserve training. Okay, so as I give you a sheet of paper for your choose back, wish all of you luck. That's my end.
I think that's fine. I think, ready? Here's what I get. You got to be careful, like Jess says, but I think that's great.
Yeah, I thought that was fine. I thought you said pyramid. That's why I wanted.
No, I never really say.
You
just hand gestures enough for me.
And they know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, I got it too.
Especially now there's just so many companies.
It is a lot more common, and they have a really bad reputation.
It's just so common now that they understand right away what you mean.
Sorry, it's so cool.
But I don't want to talk bad about them either because we don't really know about them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, you don't want to offend anybody in the room.
Because maybe they're important. A lot of people do Vima now and all those things.
People tried it and gone in and out.
You're doing it.
I used to.
Oh, or you have done it already. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, go ahead.
Just for the cycle number, I'm a little confused how to get it on Vector Live because
advertising
stats.
I've gone through the advertising stats. It looks different. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to someone. I know I did exactly what
you have to go.
he did. Came up different. But
yeah. The thing is, the problem with the advertising stats, the way they do it, guys, is they do it daily. Okay. So they look to see how many were set. If somebody cancels, then that number's altered in your Vector Live.
Okay.
So for example, you set 30, but 2 canceled. It's going to show you 28. Okay, but they get 30. Because that's how many you set.
Awesome.
We had like a 30-minute discussion on our millionaire call about this. Ben is pissed because he doesn't get a report. That's why Dan sent out that email because everybody was like flipping from the millionaire call. And from my understanding, when I spoke to Dan once, was that if they cancel or something like that, then they'll take it out.
Out of the PR contest?
No. Well, Vector Live takes it out. They don't.
Okay.
It's a set. It's a set.
Okay, I got you.
They count full sets.
So at the end of the day, just check.
Yeah. Okay.
I think what
They check daily though. They do the report daily.
You're saying like it looks different.
Does that make sense?
It does look different.
Go set the custom dates for that week and then try it again.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Okay.
That's from my understanding of the whole thing. But then again, it was 30 minutes long.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Any other thoughts on the PRs? I mean, this is important. The only other. Yeah, the only 2 things I really want to make sure we talk about today is the stuff that have to do with SC1 attendance and even the alliance, and then like rep target, and then some productivity stuff. But
let's role play some PR talks. Let's do this.
No, we don't have time for that. I'd love to.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. We should.
I think we should role play some post PR, or a PR talk or something.
Yeah, I wish we had time. Any other thoughts? I think you guys should practice and role play on your own. I think some of you don't do your PR talk till day 3 PR talk. And what I did Friday night is I did my PR talk twice at night. No, she was at one call.
You should PR her though.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I'm just saying. They're there for a reason.
I think it's just really, it's just interesting because these are some of the most important messages that you look at it the time you do it the next time. right? I don't do my opening comments at SC1 on right at SC1. I practice them. This is important. You ever say, "Oh, you killed it"? I didn't just kill it. I killed it at home. I killed it practicing.
Thought about killing it.
I thought about killing it. I dreamt about killing it, and then I killed it.
And then I went and did it.
All I do is
I shot an
kill,
arrow.
no
Held the
matter
arrow.
All
what.
right, Marilu, seriously.
Second degree murder. That was
Any
called
other
design.
any other thoughts on PRs?
What do we feel it's holding us back? You know, not getting to the number that we're at. The lack of names, or is it lack of staffing?
There's like
names
10.
and staffing,
It's either staffing or names,
or
or driving it. It's one of the three things every time.
Did you get any of your key staff members to call PRs?
starting to.
Or anyone that's like been in here shows any sort of interest.
Well, Cody does a little bit. So
I'm surprised. They're pretty great. It gives them the reason to like not be worried about demos and like booking demos for it, but they can still get really freaking good on the phones.
Yeah.
And it's complete like disconnect, but it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really good.
What's holding us back, Randy, is that it's a third, right? A third of the offices, it's the staffing. They still didn't understand that at kickoff we told you we needed by end of April this number by mid-May. Now, this is the meaning where if you don't have the staffing, I'm already taking off CPO from your office, by the way, in my head. Sorry, I mean, the upfront honest answer is that by Mother's Day, it's Mother's Day, right? Last week was Mother's Day. So this is like past Mother's Day. If you're not staff, I'm already chopping CPO off your goals for the summer. In my head. Now, can you make it up? Yeah, you can make it up, but I'm personally chopping off CPO off your goal in my head in terms of your projection. So hopefully that wakes some people up. A third of it is not driving it. It's kind of like they set it and forget it. I ran the kickoff meeting. Well, that's just part of it. You have to be in the room, and it's hard. It's not as easy. That's why having a PR manager elevates everything, because now you can separate that. And the third thing, like Randy was saying, is number of names. Just not crushing your PR talk, not practicing. If I were in a seminar and I only had like 2 sharp people, but I had like 9 Bs and I had like 7 or 8 Cs, I for sure on the first day would start planting seeds about PRs with the Ds and the As. I would talk about it from the beginning and during conversations. I wouldn't take breaks. I would be working the breaks and talking about, hey, damn friends, I love to work with them, so that when I finally get to day 3, it's almost like I didn't need to do it. You know when I give you the phase that pays at SLDM for recommendations, if you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't like the product, don't recommend me. But if you like what I'm saying, if you like me, I'm going to ask you to recommend me to 20, 30, 40 people at the end. I just want to give you a heads up. And by the way, if you do this right, sometimes you'll have people that will say, oh, is this where I write down names? And you just start writing. It's the same thing with PRs. Oh, is this where I hook you up? Okay, how do I do the Facebook thing? I want to give you 200, 300.
Okay.
That was awesome.
That's kind of, I guess I should work.
Yeah. If I were you, I would just be working it. You say it again?
So that was great. I want to go to SLT.
Yeah. So.
It's in the manual now.
I haven't heard that in such a long time.
Yeah, that 30
It's
questions.
in the manual now.
Yeah, it is.
What is?
Your phrase is in the manual.
30 questions.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's I'm talking about the phrase during the DSA.
Alright.
Phrase by phrase.
Yeah. Before
Well,
questions.
at the end, they have it.
Yeah.
Where are the 3
Did you like
questions
my
that I have?
presentation? Did I do
Start
it?
off where he asked for recommendations.
Yeah,
So
it's on
that didn't
21.
work out,
Question.
did I pressure you at all? Did you like the product?
Okay.
So there's your
Folks, let's do this. I want to go quickly through the miscellaneous list. Can I get everyone's attention? 3 amigas, please. What's up with this side?
Did you just call us the 3 amigas?
3 amigas.
Oh, I was like,
like,
why did you say that?
Hey, randomly, so we can get through this, there's a divisional fee sign up that you need to fill out and get back to Beth today before you leave. So I just emailed it. You don't have to do it right now, but you'll check it on your email even tonight. Just make sure you get that back, please. I don't want to have Beth hound you for that. That's important. It should have been signed up earlier. We just didn't get it done. So please get that off the list. Any questions?
That was already sent before, right?
This is divisional fees, not DRM fees. DRM fees is what pays Beth's month. Divisional fees are what pays the divisional costs, and I covered it during the Killing Cat. But I can cover all that again if you want to see it again at another
I
time.
mean, if it was sent, it's not.
Yeah, this is different. This is different.
Okay.
Glasses, I think everyone knows the quantity they have. Do you have the breakdown of the quantities? Okay, so at the end of the meeting, pick up your amount. Don't take more, don't take less. That's easy. Hallelujah. DVDs are on the way, and I want to apologize, but it's not even on our part anymore. It's just guys who's just driving us crazy, and all the division managers want to kill them. But it's been ordered. I'm gonna have to collect from some of you, from everyone for the DVDs. I forget what it was, like $50 a pop for new or 25 if you're returning. So I'll get that out to you. Just know they're on the way.
It's increased in price.
It's increased. It's decreased. So you get a discount if you've already ordered before, but it's normal price if you're first time, like 25 and 50. I don't have the number.
For the most part, is it the same layout?
It's the same. It's the same thing, except it just changes. It's 30 plus and 250. So. Questions on anything miscellaneous outside of SC1, attendance, or productivity? Anything recruiting related or just random before we just get things rolling? It's from now until 5. We're gonna jam. So.
So I'm gonna up my standards to 90 for the DM. Like, but that just isn't overdoing it, right? It's just extra.
That has. By the way, let me clarify what Darius is asking. So I want to go towards 90. Yeah, you have to get it through rep driven. You're not increasing your hours.
Okay.
Okay, that means you have to get more productive. Now, if you want to throw an extra shift here or there, maybe talk to me before you start adding shifts. That means your rep driven needs to get you there higher. Some of you right now, we might be able to afford adding on an extra shift or two to get it, and you're already hitting the number. So, other questions or comments? Think about it.
PRs cost money. Rep driven doesn't.
That's right. Okay. Let's take a transition. Folks, I want to talk to you about ST1. I just look at the projection numbers. Last year we had a disappointing, I mean like agonizingly disappointing show to both mainland and La Isla ST1. It was like 40% then off the projection. Part of it was the recruiting, but the other part of it is that we just did a really poor job of getting people to the event. I think we were projected to have mid threes for ST1 last year. We had less than 200, like 160, 170. It was so low. And then in Puerto Rico, we had like 40 people, maybe 50, around 50 some people versus 125. So here are the projections that you guys gave me. 330 in the mainland. So far, we have 65 signed up. In La Isla, 125. So far, we have 18 signed up. So that means we've got a lot of work to do here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I'd like to take the time to talk about keys and strategies of making sure we sign people up. I'll have Mary Lou start this one, but keys and strategies to get people signed up. I also want to tell you from a region standpoint, if you want to check this out, here's how many people that are on Vector Connect signed up already. So we're supposed to have a total of 455 people is our goal. If we fell short and had 355, I'd be pretty pleased with that. Okay, so if 355 is a conservative number for both, we have 24 total. Oh no, 26 total. So we have 1/8 of what we need signed up. So how many of you have people that are on this? I'm going to get them signed up, and I know I can sign them up, but they're just not officially signed up. That doesn't make me feel so good. So that means you guys have everyone possibly signed up. Who's got people that need to get signed up, but they're on the number of people that I have? Meaning, hey, I give 2 numbers. I give here's who's signed up, and here's my goal. How many have people on the signed up? They're just not technically signed up, but you know you've invited them and all that jazz. Okay.
What do you mean, like online?
They're just not official.
I didn't put anything there that wasn't official.
Okay.
Online.
So people do have unofficial that needs to get official.
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay. So get them official tonight at PSP, right? So here's you should clear everyone out. Anyone that's on your team now that you plan on inviting, invite them by tonight. I'm just telling you, because as soon as they get charged, then they're committed, right? Or
That was free.
It's free.
signed up, right? Sorry, like signed up. Even though it's a free event, it's just the formalization of, hey, I'm going to this event. You can keep talking about it.
I was watching the video that you made for the team meetings, but I honestly don't remember. Did you include the sign up or like tell them that it's like a due date or anything like that?
I didn't put any due date, but the
Not due date, but you get
yeah. I just said talk to your manager after the meeting. We're looking to get people signed up ASAP. So here's what I would put in my notes. Tonight, one of your priority missions is to get everyone who's officially invited, either have the conversation live, have the conversation phone, and get them back to Connect while you're on the phone with them and put them on. That way, tomorrow we start clean. And tomorrow, who can you start signing up? New group. I would sign. This is my next strategy. I would sign up. Actually, Mary Lou, can you take this? Is the SC1 sign up strategy. Number 1, Sunday night, clear out and officially sign up everyone who's on the team currently. Monday at advanced training, I would sign up on the spot the pullback group. Unless you haven't talked about SC1 at all, then don't do it. So if you've gotten them excited about SC1, I would officially, and whoever you pull back to invite to key staff, and whoever you pull back to talk about Champions Club, whoever you pull back to say you did a nice job, your pull back on advanced training, I would get them signed up and say, you just spoke to the division manager, I was given permission to sign up the best people from the training group, and that's you. Or do an SC1 talk at the beginning of AT1, and then do a pullback at the end and invite them officially. That's what I would do. And then Wednesday night, sign up the rest of your new group, and then repeat. And then repeat for the next training. Rinse and repeat. That's it. And every Monday, and Mary, the last thing you can say is, on Monday and on Wednesday, I'm going to ask for the update. And it needs to increase, folks. This is a big area of opportunity in our division because I'm the all-powerful, all-encompassing division manager. You leverage me, I will get things rolling. But if you can't get them to the event, it's over. It doesn't do anything. So, questions?
Can we take people who launched the June 5th, 6th, 7th?
Yeah, but I'm gonna when we get closer to that date, I'm gonna give you thoughts on how to bring your launch to SC1. In fact, I think put a document in there. There's a document in the folders how to get the launch to SC1. It's in there. We'll go.
I guess I was just asking, so are you gonna just say like a final that just they need to sign up so you know how many people are at the event or like very kind of thing? Or
Yeah.
Just saying it would be cool for like you because like it's like the boss literally saying like we need to know what's up like now. So the whole entire division.
Yeah, I mean from a plan.
But just to put the urgency on it, so get it.
I don't know. Maybe add that to the list, like a divisional deadline.
Yeah.
On the video. I could do that. Doesn't hurt. Good idea.
Yeah, it's just exciting to see who we have in honest.
Yeah. Hey, look, we're looking to sign up blank more people, so make sure you sign up today and get your spot. We're going fast.
Yeah.
Karina, you were saying?
Is anyone else using the term like I got this from Kathy, like we have X amount of tickets for?
Or invitations? I'm not, but I think we should.
I use invites. Mine's always
we say
invitational.
Seats.
Yeah.
I just want to say whatever you say. I guess it's the same thing.
That's why Kathy wanted me to do the invitation.
I always talk about
So can we talk about strategies to invite? Marilyn, what were you saying earlier? We were talking about this. Listen, this is really cool. Easy, but good idea.
That Kathy was talking about just having official invitations. So we came up with like a letter. I'll read it to you. It's really short. It just says, congratulations, you have been officially invited by your manager to attend the Florida Caribbean's biggest summer event thus far on June 10th, 2014. You have been invited because your manager sees you becoming an integral part of our division's success this summer and beyond. Whether your sales have directly impacted your team or not, your attitude and leadership qualities have forged an invitation and a coveted reserved seat in your team section at our biggest conference this year. Our division manager, Jeff Gamble, will be receiving your RSVP from your manager and we'll be looking forward to seeing you make a statement through CPO, professionalism, team building, and hunger for growth and learning. Here are some key tips to get the most out of your meeting and make a statement. Give the 10K effort for the SC1 push, in parentheses anchor number 2. Attend alliance meetings, anchor number 4. Turn in a new person recruiting list to your manager, anchor number 3.
Yeah.
Bring an open pen, anchor 1 and 4. Dress for success, anchor
Yeah,
1.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Can you send it to me in a Word document? I'll clean it up. So
Yeah.
it looks like an invitation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to forward this. Use this. Awesome idea. Nice job, Marilyn.
That was Kathy's idea, but I'll take credit.
You win a pork rind.
it.
One pork rind.
Is that how it works out?
Anyone else?
So invite them and give them that?
Yeah, when you invite them tonight at PSP, give it to them. When you invite them on Wednesday night after the team meeting pullback, give it to them. When you invite, just make it formal. Oh, hey, how about you add a little extra kicker, Miss Mary Lou? Add a kicker to the letter when you resend it to me in Word. Add to officialize or to make it official, please sign up at Vector Connect.
Okay.
You have 24 hours before this open. Oh, you have 24 hours before the invitation expires.
You know, sign up with the 24 hours discussing yourself.
Self-destruct, that's right. You're good. Can we, let's do this. I need your SC1 files open and the agenda. And your heart open to the Lord, please.
This is their pinnacle. This is their climax order right there, I think.
No, this is the warm-up. No.
The drums have it like a drum thing.
All I imagine is someone next door go like this.
I just think we should peek next door and see what's happening.
It's church.
Sounds like a Tony Robbins concert to a certain degree. The energy's there. The people on the
to our
mic
meetings
are,
through that.
are going to lose their voice after this event. I'm sure they lose their voice.
Hey, folks, in regards to Memorial Day,
Oh, is that the stuff?
I'm going to give this to you later. They're like packets, you use them for Memorial Day. Business as usual, and we should recruit a ton of people Memorial Day. It's all manufactured, though, not a lot of incoming touches. So your receptionist's still working that day. You're working that day. Same functions, don't change anything. And expect branches, double digits, 10, 15, 20 sign. New DMs, 15, 20 plus sign. Bad DMs, 20, 30 plus sign on that day.
Is it really that big of a holiday though nowadays? Like I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't been.
It's a big holiday here, but
Really?
I mean, it's a holiday in the sense that people have off and banks are off. But we've always, our region has always recruited a ton of people because it's manual. Yeah, from the Sunday PR calling to the Monday same day. What do you call it? Same day like outgoing. It's
Yeah,
essentially another Sunday.
I just feel like it's not like a 4th of July. Like, is it really that huge?
It kind of is here.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, enough where people close things down, but they're home. Open up folder number 7. Says SC1. Setting up SC1.
I just sent you.
There's a folder under SC1. Number 1 says SC1 Manager Talking Points. Okay. And this is what I was telling Dario. There's a how to get trainees to SC1. So you can review that closer to when you get to the seminar. Essentially, you really plant seeds hard in opening comments. I would start talking about SC1 every interview. For sure. We're looking to bring 50 people into this exclusive event known as SC1. Talk about it in the opening comments. When you do the pullback for key staff day 1, I would also let them know these are the people we're probably going to invite to SC1. I would invite them officially before they launch, and then invite the rest of the team at AT1. That's like the short version of it. Okay? And because the conference isn't until Tuesday, it's easier. 2 things. We did this at the summer Kill meeting. Okay? And you can look through this. We have a document that says how to promote workshops and boot camps. This is from the board. We translated my hieroglyphics to this, okay? So there's some talking points there. I would print that out and start putting that into your arsenal from opening comments of your training to parts of your team meeting and to your PSP. Those are the 3 things. I would print that out on your to-do list, and then I would print out the SC1 signups or the invitations and the invitations that Mary Lou just sent, and then the formal region invitations. I would staple it together probably. Also, the last thing says SC1 talking points. I like this. It's so simple, but essentially that's the same email I sent you 2 Wednesdays in a row. How to follow up on the video. Is everyone using that? Like those bullets? Here's the video, and here's what you say after my video. Who's using that? No? Who's not using it? Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's got a beard? Beard. Who's got a beard? Facial hair. Raise your hand. You have no beard. You. Oh God. Okay. You're like this. Boom. Not anymore. So those those bullet points that I give with the video, that's essentially the talking points. Any questions? Jesus loves me, and he loves you too. Sorry. So here's what I want to talk about. I'm just curious, if we're trying to create this alliance, a lot of people onto the alliance, what are the things that you're doing to get people committed, tied in, on the alliance, confirmed, what you're talking about, when you're doing it? Let's just throw it all out there, because at the end of the day, we want people showing up to these workshops starting the first day of the push, and at the end of the day, we want a lot of people at this event on June 10th and June 17th. So what are we doing to do that? We'll go 1, 2, and then over here.
I think first you got to get them to Champions Club so they can see the value of a morning workshop, and then explain how Alliance is a morning workshop on steroids, pretty much. So you're getting a lot more for your business, a lot better phone time because it's earlier, kind of like practice for the Super Bowl. But I think you just got to get them to Champions Club first, and then you just promote it through that, I would say.
Yep, I agree. Pause, you say something?
Yeah, no, I just think just one-on-one rep targeting conversations on PDI.
Yeah.
And also just even asking at the team meetings the sign-outs.
Outside of Miami, Hollywood, and the pilot right now. No offense, no one has a team too big. You can't have one-on-one conversations in the next 72 hours and invite everyone.
Yeah.
Seriously, even the next biggest teams would be like Randy and these 2 guys. Oh, I'm sorry, San Juan, who's also up there with a lot of people. But you can talk to everyone. I think right now, between now and Wednesday, your mission is one-on-one conversation to sign up or hear why they're not signing up conversations. That's part of the list, Mary Lou, that we just put together. Right? And then you can start doing group stuff later when you have more launches. Jess, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I think the huge thing with getting people on the Alliance and something that's like big is I always have like that one talk, you know, it's normally at the Wednesday team meeting or, you know, an AT depending, you know, where it's at, but I'm having that talk that's like really the gravitational talk, the one that really gets them interested in it, you know? And then I do at the end of the talk, it's like a little pull away, it's like, well, you know, this isn't going to be for all of you. I'm going to hand select the people for this. So when I have that one-on-one conversation, the first question is so have you heard about the Alliance? Tell me what you know, right? I go through that. I listen to it. How do you feel about that?
This is 101, by the way. Some of you are eating pizza and not taking notes on it.
But like I'm talking about like after like I pound in how awesome, you know, this Alliance is, and I talk about all the benefits, and I go through everything, you know? And I'm like, but you know what I mean? I can't have all of you on this.
Yeah.
This isn't for that. This is only for my top people, the ones that
This is brilliant, right? But this is just textbook. Take out SC1, put in 10K Alliance, 10K Fast Starter. Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about something really exciting called going for a 10K Fast Starter. Talking point. And what I'm going to do tomorrow on Saturdays, I'm going to have this workshop. It's not for everybody, but if I invite you, boy, you can look forward to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, Jessica's example. Hey, everybody, I want to talk to you about something exciting called SC1. But here's ready? Step 1, the blank, right?
Yeah, what is
Step 2, build value. What is this? 7 steps to a sale, right? 3, okay, not for everyone.
Those days.
Okay.
No, those are people.
Those are flowers, flower power.
That's
not
cool.
for everyone, okay? But, okay, exclusive event, which would be like the 10K Alliance meeting, or the 10K workshop on Saturday, the Alliance that she's talking about, the conference, okay? Okay, if interested, let me know.
No, I don't even tell them that.
I'll be talking to some of you.
If I think you're going to be good for it, then I'll let you know.
Whoever's typing this up, I'd love this at the end because I know you won't be able to read it at the end. Okay, if you're interested, let me know. If not, or I'll be talking to you.
Then now it's set up the one-on-one call.
Yeah, and then and then follow up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, one-on-one or call.
Then yeah, so then you just go for it. Right. But you always, I think the key thing when you meet with them one-on-one is always asking like, have you heard about blank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what you know so far.
Well, you told me the blank value, not for flowers, exclusive event blank.
Oh, you're everyone. It's just people. You know what I mean? Because what's key is that from there you can check their excitement to see if they're actually excited for it. You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is invite somebody who's not excited for it. You know, and this happens with like, it's only happened to me a couple times, but you know, like when you get those like real sharp ones, like I had Renee Zachariah. You know, it's like you talk about it, you build it up, you want them on it, but like, whatever, it's not for them.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the case is. So I was just like, I have them sell it to me what it is, then I play off of that and give them the information they're missing. And I say, okay, then I'm going to go ahead and invite you.
This is like the art of promotion, everybody. And the 3 things that need to go here from now until June 10th and June 17th for Puerto Rico is SC1, the event, is the Alliance, and I guess AGL. Probably, yeah.
AGL.
So those 3 things. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Can we play the? Is it too much to play the SC2 video? That big pump up one.
Not at all too much if you want.
On Wednesday?
You just say it's SC1.
If you need some help, there's an SC2 Alliance video. I think it's on the box.net, but if not, I'll say SC2. Mary Lou, if you could send me an email subject line that just says send SC2 video. I'll send you a link. It's the Carl Gedris video. It's like the Bay Area. Half those guys sell security systems now. It's awesome.
I should know.
I'm going branch with them. Anyone else? Okay. Let me clarify. Who's attending Tuesday? Who's attending Wednesday? Here's what is exciting attendance-wise. Last year we had little over 20 to 25 people total in attendance because we didn't even have. I think Puerto Rico had their own version too. This year, we're projected for about just shy of 50 people for the Tuesday 10K Alliance training, which is exciting. About 10 of them are going to be from Puerto Rico. This is based on what I saw. So even if we fall a little bit short, we're still at 40 plus. It's double the attendance. That's really exciting. I think we've made a better surge this year, and I have some thoughts for next summer how we can get 100 people there. So Andy and I are running training on Tuesday. We'll be in the Miami office from 2 to 7 p.m. run by Kathy, Andy, and myself. So you can even build it up that Kathy's involved. I'm running parts of it that I don't normally run just because I want to make sure people are really pumped to learn. La Isla's going to broadcast in from each respective office. It'll be on YouTube. So you want to build that event. So who goes to that? Number one, all FSMs, current FSMs and current CSPs. Who else goes to that? People who are all assistant managers minus the ones that are kept back for recruiting. Like Hira's staying here, Paz is staying. I mean, he's the Dom, but he's going to stay with Kathy to run. And he's in that office, but driving the recruiting and the sales. Then next layer that comes, any kids from the spring that are tied into that want to go for a 10K push. Then who comes after that? Any new launches that didn't start the weekend before that want to go for a 10K push, and they're all in for the effort. They haven't signed up for anything, but they're willing to put the effort, and they want to hear how it's going to go down. If you're sending me someone that needs to be sold and going for 10K, we should talk one-on-one and discuss case by case if we want to send them or not. Because if they haven't been to an SLDM, I'd rather them go to an SLDM.
Yeah.
Okay?
What did they start last summer?
I would.
They're like 4,500 in sales.
Your call.
So they haven't even.
If anyone's showing up to Tuesday, hey everyone, listen up. If they show up Tuesday and meet them, I shake their hand. I know this person sent me. Listen up. I know that this person was sent by the manager because they know me. They know what's going down. They know why there's this meeting. They know that they're signed up for SC1 and they're going to go for the big numbers. That's what I want on Tuesday. As far as Wednesday goes, it's your normal SLDM day 11 or someone who missed it. Now the question comes into play: what if I have someone who could go to an SLDM but wants to go for a big number? We said go to the SLDM.
Yeah, my only question was right now: are you going to cover obviously not 10K Alliance meeting stuff, but are you going to be like, hey, this is what's happening now. This is what we're looking for.
This is what we covered yesterday at this meeting. Who sent anyone to the last 10K Alliance SLDM? Were they fired up for the 10K Alliance?
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing. Yeah. I crushed it. I should have taped that one too. I'm doing really good at my job right now. I'm doing really good at my job this year.
I was hoping it was going to be like a little bit more because of the fact that they are missing that meeting. You know?
Yeah, no, the only thing they're going to miss is the how-to and the extra tips. But as far as the structure and the promotion of the event, why they should want to be on 10K Alliance, that's all you need. I got it.
Because, as far as learning purposes go, that's what happened to us last time. We overloaded them with too much information. So we want
Should I be sending my transfer kid over to you?
If he wants to go for 10K, yes. If not,
he just hit 10K, so.
Yeah. That leads me to the Dirty 30 event, everybody. Let me clarify. Listen up. So Dirty 30, you sell 10K in your career, you get a hat. Like once you hit official Dirty 30, you get the hat, which we will give away the first wave at SC1. I want to give these away at events, like at the events. I will see if we're going to give each of you one for your office. I guess we should, huh? You guys would want one, wouldn't you?
Well, we needed something to promote. Like, hey, you're going to get a snap.
I know, but every year.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys. Okay, you'll all get hats.
Yeah, we're all over 10K.
Hey, but listen up. If you lose the hat, it's $20.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Cash.
Making sure you have the cash.
Can I check?
Right? $20 cash. Okay. Let's have a great meeting, everybody. So I want to make a big deal. Like, we do the MVP balls.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it so it's MVP ball and then Dirty 30. That's how big of it is. It's going to be a pre-wind up. So I'm going to build up the event at the end. So my Dirty 30 promotion is now on point as well. Now the event, the Beach Barbecue Extravaganza, that's only if they sell 10K for the summer. AMs are not automatically in that. I want you to know. They've got to sell 10K also for the summer as assistants. Okay? But they get the hat regardless. Now, we might change that. Kathy was talking about automatic attendance from assistants, but I'm not. We're going to talk about it as a DVM team because we're like 50-50 a little bit. So.
Robbie's full time, so it's 16, 20.
Well, Robbie's running a branch now, baby.
I know, I'm saying, like, assistants should be
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends
I think
also
we're
on the type
crippling.
of assistant, you know what I mean? Because if I have a part-timer, no, you better go sell 10K. But, you know, if you have like a full timer who's in every day with you, for example, you know, like a pod.
But Paz isn't but to his point, he's a dom.
Exactly. Well.
So he's the dom. Like he's not supposed to really be doing demos. He's doing it out of his own accord. But like Robbie was full time. Robbie was in 6 days a week, and he still sold 16 grand.
Yes.
So.
Well, do we want to? I mean.
And the bottom line is at what point? Listen, at what point do all the full time assistants sell no matter what what time of the year? SE2, so it doesn't matter. They should all sell 10K. So,
Except for the doms.
So the more I think about it, the more I don't want to weaken our sales
I don't
standard.
think we should.
So barbecue, I think, should be not automatic for assistants.
I agree.
I don't think it should be either. I'm just saying.
Was it like the last one?
I think it was.
The hat is auto.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that SC1 assistants who've never gotten it, well, no one has, will give a bunch of hats away. And I think it'll be a really cool promotion.
Last year, our staff, everyone sold 10K except me and Taylor were in the office training us too.
Yeah.
And then Dylan will jump.
And you know what I would probably do? If like Kathy said, hey, I'm pulling this one assistant, I'd probably let that one go. I mean, depending. Any questions on the agenda? I have the agenda out. It's Andy, it's Kathy, myself, it's Mario. I'm going to grip at Lamarck. We're going to have a great meeting. It's a glorified super key staff selling meeting. That's what it is. It's a glorified, highly instructional team meeting, and they get to meet me, and I believe we're going to create a really big gunner unit. So, an assembly of gunners, if you will. Very gunner-esque.
I will.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so just to be clear, 'cause
Yes.
I'm just like a little bit confused of now if I should send my 2 guys there or only to SLDM on
If we haven't gone to an SLBM, we send.
Okay, because they never want to.
Yeah, they have to go.
That's the SLDM.
Okay, so then
Day 11. If they were supposed to go to SLDM, they should still go to SLDM.
Okay.
By the way, I would.
Does that help everyone?
I think that number is going to change.
Yeah, that's fine. I would assume it's a change.
Scott sent out an email to us.
Here's what I do want to cover. If you look in the folder, please open it up. And I'll show you the folder I'm looking at. Over here, it says FC Elevation Series. This is what I put this together with 2 summers ago. Last summer, I literally just emailed it out again, word for word. And I will say this, if you look at it and you don't understand it in the first 10-15 minutes, it's folder number 3. This is essentially all the files to run an alliance. Now remember, as a division, we're running Champions Club year-round. It's an 8 a.m. Champions Club. People should come to that from the training all the time because of rep targeting. But the 7:30 is the alliance. These are people who are gung-ho. So what happens if you have a fast starter that wants to go all out? Should you put them at the 8 o'clock or the 7:30? That's the discussion I want to have. I just launched on Saturday. I want to go for a 10K fast start. Let's join SC1 Push. There's an 8 o'clock Champions Club. There's a 7:30 Alliance.
7:30.
Do you just throw them in with the rest of the group?
My only concern is that
They might be getting stuff that's just a little bit.
it could be too much over their heads. We could be complicating them too much. I think it's too much. I think it should be Champions Club, because in your alliance, you're focusing on your core group. You're going through stats. Like, it's hardcore. When you put a fast start in there, sometimes their stats are skewed. They're not just doing, you know what I mean? They're still seeing friends and family.
Yeah,
Their
I'm
stats
not.
skewed.
No, I understand.
You know, but-
I understand everything you said. The last part, respectfully, I don't really think it matters because, if anything, it's like, hey, this guy's selling a lot more than you guys.
Yeah.
But every other point, and I want to hear everyone's opinion, I don't want to water it down like Jessica says. Meaning, when I have an alliance that's coming at 7:30, if you're late, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
If you're a 10K fast starter and they're late, I'm not going to kill you. You just started Saturday, and you're doing above and beyond the training. You might quit any day now.
But Champions Club, you can spend more time with them.
Yeah.
You know, like Champions Club to me, at least mine so far have been very, like I'm spending time with you.
Yeah.
You know, alliances, I'm running a meeting, you're getting on the phone. You know, Champions Club, yes, we're putting a video, but it's still more one-on-one to me.
I'm confused what you're talking about. I was like,
A fast start.
There is something called Champions
I'm
Club.
aware. I thought
I'm just kidding.
we weren't
Champions
talking
Club is
about
8
Alliance. I was
to
just like,
9:30.
Champions Club.
Alliance is 7:30.
He says, do we send a new fast starter into Alliance right away, or do they
I
go to
didn't know
Champions?
Alliance. I thought it was Champions Club. Yeah, and I think it also sets the tone with the faster, and like, oh shit, like all the people here earlier. You know, it's like,
Like, oh yeah, this is the Alliance.
Yeah, Pau says
if you want to get an Alliance.
8 a.m.
Correction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
something to
just
work towards.
What if you just
Yeah, it's like you're not ready for that yet. You're still in your
I think
past
for the bottom line, one of the things I realized 3 summers ago when we tried to do this inclusive alliance, inclusive alliances are a mess because there's no accountability.
Yeah.
Like you can't rip someone for not trying out because you're just kind of letting even these low kids who just want to expose it, right? Let me finish and then I'll go. Yeah. But one of the things we did for crying out loud, what are we doing? What's on Tuesday? What am I taking my whole schedule out to do? I'm running a 10K training. I'm doing essentially the 10K. I'm essentially running a divisional alliance training that we run for Wish Push. So essentially, we're trying to copy everything we do all off for SC2 at SC1. So why would we compromise this? Why would we all of a sudden put people who we can't hold to a high standard? We don't have. Hey, you're in. You signed up for this. So that's Jessica. My point. You were gonna say something. No, say it. It's your problem. The attitude has got to go.
It's not relevant.
Are we spending time with people signing contracts or no?
That's you could. We just haven't gone that far because some of our branches can't even resolve Vector Live stuff, let alone get contracts.
Can we, as a DM team, do that?
Yeah, sure. You want contracts?
You doing contract?
Who would use contracts if I sent them out?
Yeah.
Can you put Mary Lou? Can you add?
Yeah.
Email subject line contracts. Taylor Max.
I don't think there's any harm in having them come. If you're going to really separate and do contracts for your alliance, you can invite them to come watch the alliance, not an official member of the alliance. At the back.
If you want to do that, that's so complicated for new guys. But yes, I agree with you 100%.
That's what we've done in the past. Is what I was going to say. When we invite people, remember we did the pilot?
Yeah,
we had that, and then we just had some back.
And then we
So
have
it's still.
some of the top key staff members or top line.
Yeah, time out. Ready? If you understand what they're saying, sure, just do the whole your special guest. But if you don't, just to keep it clean, I'm ready. I want you to think like a division manager. Think like a division manager. How do you get the group understanding? But that's Elevate. Yeah, I think you're fine if you want to do that. We probably will too. The Lord will too.
I mean, I think for the high flyers, like the ones that are really going for it, and the ones that are like really committed to 10K push, or 10K fast start rather, I would say invite them to the Alliance one, and people who are just kind of like there for it, and they're not really excited about really having a 10K push, but trying.
If you operate under this premise, if someone signed up for the 10K Alliance for the SC1, the meeting starts at 7:30, you hold them to it. If you have someone that's new, I'll let you go with discretion. Easy, get them in at 8. But if you feel like, hey, this is Taylor Max, hey, come check out what the big boys are doing, you're more than welcome to come. Just know, don't be late, because they all signed up, and this is what they signed up for. So if you're late, you're making a bad impression. But if that's something you want to be exposed to, you can as well. But to keep it really clean, just do 7:30 for the Alliance, and then 8 for the 10K fast starters. And when they come in, you introduce them to the Alliance. It's the same effect. Cool? Yes?
So, would you say that you did, like, between 7:30 and 8, you would do, like, stats and
then instruction at 8, and then 8:30, everyone's on the
yeah,
phone.
so then when the other kids get all the same instruction,
Yeah.
the only difference is...
To me, 7:30 to 8 is simply perspective and stats, and like accountability or giving them some love. 8 o'clock is let's teach the whole group. 8:30.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about too. I feel like the instructional is not really overwhelming because what do we really teach that's that advanced in the Alliance?
So we're only giving them a half hour to make calls?
At 8:30?
Oh, until 9:30.
Yeah.
So this would be phone time. This would be teach. This would be 10K Alliance, like perspective and stats. Cool?
Okay.
And really, no one's team is so complicated that what you're going to teach at 8 can't be taught to both parties.
Yeah.
Or have your 7:30 group teach the 8 o'clock stuff. That's cool.
Wait, don't you want to jam?
I would want to teach them. I would want to teach. Because, for me personally, if people come in every morning early and we're just harping their stats and talking to them, I think I want them to learn something. Or you play by ear. If I were Jessica, if I have a couple reps, sorry. Okay, Karina, you're not going to sit there at 8 o'clock. You just get on the phone at 8 because you need more demos. Adriana, you got your booked? Okay, I want you to stick around for the instruction. I think you can play both.
Okay, so just stats and stuff.
Yeah. Any other questions or clarification? So this is why I'm hesitant, but I'm going to give it to you. In the folder, for example, this is in 2011. We literally wrote out how to kick off everything, and feel free to look through it. But I just want to keep it really simple. Right? I just want to keep it really simple. In fact, knowing me, I'm probably going to tape the first one or two and send them out so you can see how it's run. So, questions? Any other thought? Yeah.
No, never mind. Off topic.
Okay. Part of what you'll get also in that folder, take a look. I've got some talks already laid out for you, right? So, for example, this was a year where we had 12 different meetings. The instruction was already set up. The handouts for the instruction was already set up. The leader's guide for the manager, what to read during the instruction, was set up. And then the videos for each of the motivational parts were set up. So if you have no idea what you're doing, you can just literally follow that for 12 days. If you feel like you know what you're doing, but you just want different topics and videos, that's what you do there. Questions or comments?
Hallelujah.
I also added on four alliance workshops. This is from Kickoff from Kathy. Take a look, everybody. Remember this? She came up with different. These are different videos on Vector Connect that you can show in case you can't take time to teach necessarily if you have a new group. Okay. Questions, comments on that?
Does anyone know what happened to the Aaron Luden video?
I know, now you need a password.
The new password.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he wants to sell it.
Yeah.
What?
Steroids.
That's nice.
I don't.
Is he serious?
He wants to, yeah. He's
Fucking asshole.
doing consulting and doing coaching and stuff, so he wants to sell his.
Dude, Mark's gonna crush it. Okay.
But hey guys, guess what? I have the password because I'm going to lose friends.
Give me a
Kaiko 1949.
That was awesome.
I was like, Aaron, really? You're going to put a password? He's like, alright, here's it. You didn't tell anyone though. So.
Yeah, don't spread it. Like, yeah, man, that sucks.
No, but seriously, don't spread it because they'll change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
Seriously, don't tell anybody.
Kako, 1949.
On my
Okay,
stack.
I'm gonna
Let's all post that on
Hey,
Facebook.
That was
FSI Magic.
Randy,
Guys, I
that
found
was
the
really
boss
funny.
page.
on the boss page.
That was really funny. Nice job, Len.
That was good, Randy. I pulled out that joke for a while there.
We were all, for like 5 seconds, everybody was like, but I'm his friend, so I have a password.
What a bummer. Hey, let's do this. Let's turn to productivity. Region contests. Are we fired up? You guys know what the contests are?
Yeah, it's awesome.
What do you guys think? You guys don't even know. Some of you haven't looked
Like
at
the
it.
dress for success? Oh my gosh.
No,
I
not the dress for success.
No, the
Pizza party.
That's
the
on
pizza
Monday,
party.
20 reps driven.
Wait, is it 30? 30 francs.
Gets me $50.
Yeah, every time someone gets a promotion, we're gonna get their picture and put it up there so we can track it until they get to the Dirty 30 wall.
Hey, folks.
Yeah, I know.
Folks, this is for rep. Folks, this is the 5K letter from Amar. Scott. That's been so long since I've been Scott. Come on. The trophies look awesome.
What are they, those
Oh,
guitars?
Rock the mic.
No, they're mics.
Yeah,
Rock the
Microphone.
mics.
Oh, by the way, Dan Miller will be at our SC1. What? Because I'm friends with him. Aha, I got the password. No, because Dan's a man and he wants to support us. So I love it. That's awesome. We're gonna have Dan. And he's gonna help support us. So
Oh, Dan.
I might have him do the push so I can shake some babies and make some and kiss some hands.
Shake some babies.
All right. Hey, this is the contest for reps and CSPs. Manager, this is the trophy races. Okay. Okay. Pretty fired up about that. So here's what I want to do. What I wanted to talk about is really just the productivity stuff. Running a great training seminar. I think here's what's been covered, and I want to kind of hit this point by point. If you want to really get the productivity, I want to make it as simple as possible. You're not going to relearn your new training seminar right now. I just think at this point, districts, Fall and spring, you have to learn the business better if you want to increase significantly in the summer. That's how it works. For branches, you have to just know the objectives and do what gives you the most return on your buck, and then do the same thing that Alex did and get better. That's how it works. But from a seminar standpoint, I've sent emails, multiple emails. Hopefully you're sick of these, but it's ingrained in your head, right? Keys to day one, and you keep it really simple. Okay, of course, opening comments. You gotta rock your names list talk. I know Mary Lou would have you reference something. Your names list talk. Day 2 is Feldman value. Okay. Red zone priority, and then 5 to 7 demos per rep before they leave. Okay. Check in. Some check-in process, and then 10+ award, pizza or whatever you want. Like 10 when they get, let them know when you come back with 10+, we're giving blank away. Whether it's Cutco, we're getting pizza. We did pizza this week. Karina did pizza. She posted it. Then day 3. Excuse me. It's the set selling talk. I'm sorry. Yeah. Feldman set selling. And the role play of. Right, Mrs. Jones, you can do whatever you want, but sets are the right tool for the right job. They're safer, they're discounted, and you come for free stuff. So what did you want to do? Okay. And after that, it's Champions Club. And then the little asterisk is anything that has to do with rep targeting, that handout. Okay. If I break down why the productivity in the pilot is up and why the division is up, I think 20% or 40%. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. If I were you, I would put that list down and just check off. If you're not gonna get to a 10 out of 10 on your seminar or 10 out of 10 on your fast start business. But can you get your opening comments like really on point in your names list talk? I think so. Then can you make sure your value talk, your 30, 45-minute Feldman value talk, it's 45 minutes maybe. Can you make sure you're prioritizing red zone? Do you know exactly how much time you need going backwards to have an hour of calling? Knowing that 10 minutes is at the end for assignments, you need an hour of calling, you need to set up the phone time, the role play for phone time, you need to teach the phone time, you need to teach the schedule, you need to teach the Mac talk and the prioritization of best 5 first, you need to do advancement talk. Go backwards. Every week, this week I skipped all the prices after the homemaker. We're still selling a ton, but I skipped all the drop down on day 2 because I said we're at red zone, we gotta stop. You can cut the cutting clinic short. You can't miss red zone. Averaging 5 to 7 demos per rep. That's part of red zone. Check-in process in the evening, and I'll have Ricky talk about that in the pilot. The award, the pizza. That's just easy. Hey, that 10 appointments is so important that I want to reward people who get over 10. And then the South Selling talk is just money because it just teaches people how to handle that objection. And you'll see if you watch my dropping down video, it's rushed and it's kind of all over the place. But if you watch it, I guarantee if you don't feel confident with your training, watch it. I think it's going to help you a ton. I really do. Jonah.
I'm not sure if this is actually something that we should be concerned about, but obviously we're pushing for 10 demos during training. But we also, when we have like a lower quality kids in training, we're focusing on just max.
Okay, time out. Awesome question. I'm glad you brought it up. I'd rather them get the demo set and then on Saturday you cancel appointments. Hey, let me sit down. Okay, who's not a Mac, Adriano? Not one. Okay, like who's not married? Just so I know. Okay. You need to cancel those. Gotcha. Because the way I had said it was, you didn't know what I was going to say at the end. Say it like that, Robbie.
Say it.
Robbie out of all people.
Say it now.
That's why it's funny.
Question.
No, I would rather someone come with 18, 15, 12 and say, okay, oh, I remember they have to be max. Okay, you're not in trouble. And eventually, when you show me you can hit certain promotions, we'll definitely show these people. But for this weekend, let's do quality, not quantity. I don't even like to fight the people about their max. If you're a branch, you don't have assistants to help these conversations. I wouldn't even talk about, okay, this weekend you only show, like, I would rather them set up a ton of appointments and feel confident and come back to day 3. At least they're day 3 at their launch. Rather than, okay, he told me I can't call anyone but Max. I don't have anyone here. I'm not showing up to day 3. I'd rather have the people in training.
Yep.
All right? Especially in a Miami Metroplex, which is essentially the Southeast Florida, all of us. When you have a lot of lower income, urban.
I feel like I could do a better job of promoting 10 more because I only promote it when we get closer to like the schedule. Do you promote having 10 appointments
From the very
in
beginning.
your opening comments
Yeah.
too?
Yes. Did we take a picture of my?
I have a picture from a long time ago. I don't know if it's the same exact
Okay.
thing.
So the process of opening comments. Watch, you'll love this.
You don't do it till you talk about the schedule, though.
Okay, so we do normal.
That's when I do it.
I do normal OCs. Okay. We do a break. We do the demo and then walkthrough.
Demo, then walkthrough.
We do the demo. Then I do 7 steps to a sale. Then I do the first 10-day walkthrough. And then when I do the first 10-day walkthrough, I write down training. I write down first weekend of appointments. This is from Branch Prep. You guys know this, right? I'll send the picture out.
So your walkthrough isn't in your opening comments?
It is. This is all part of opening comments, all the red. This is like the order of my opening comments.
You just say, then we're going to do something.
Here, I'll show you.
Okay, but I'm saying...
Bottom line. Okay, ready? Forget I said this. Erase that from your memory. When I do the schedule walkthrough, some of you do it right away. That's what I'm just realizing. Whenever you do schedule walkthrough, I write it on the board, and it stays up all 3 days. And it's and I'm going to send a picture. Do me a favor. I'll do it during the break. So I write down everything they're about to go through. I'm not doing it right now. And then part of it is first weekend. Yeah, here. This is easier if I just do it this way. Day 1 in training. Here. Check it out. Okay, so if you look. Okay.
What do you have on the board?
So I'll say, all right, everybody, so let's just I want to walk you through your first 10 days of working with us. So you have your initial training seminar, right? Initial training seminar, and I go through the times. Say on the first day, here's what we're going to cover. And then I talk about learning the basics. You'll feel confident. Then we're going to cover the most important assignment. It's called the names list assignment. If I told you I would teach an assignment and that would change your financial, that whole thing. Then I talk about day 2, and I talk about how we're going to teach them how to make calls. At the end of training, they're going to make phone calls. It's going to be really easy. Day 3, I teach them about leads, and then I do a little PR talk about the bonus structure. I'm going to tell you. And then you'll do your first weekend of appointments. Okay? And who are those with? Yeah, friends and family. Did we take a picture of this week's? Yeah. It's the best one. Should have taped everything this week. So we're going to do first weekend of appointments. And who are those with? Yeah, right, your friends and family. And then I talk about, well, here's the thing I want you to talk, I'm going to reference tomorrow how you can set your appointments up, but I want you to focus on the magic number of 10. The right number. And here's why. Then I go through the commission scale and I talk about how 10 appointments, 6 sales, $250. My average rep, I want you to sell between $1,000 and $3,000, and you'll hit 1 or 2 promotions. I give some examples. Or 10% of you will be higher, between $3,000 and $6,000. I do Adriano Diaz as an example. And then some of you will be below and sell less than 1,000, but then that will take us to advanced training we'll fix you. And then I say, if you're a high flyer, though, let me explain what a high flyer is. And this is where I start going off on 10K fast starters. This one is probably like a 7 out of 10 on my.
What's missing?
I'll redo one. And I'll send it. Yeah, this is from Branch Training, by the way. No, I didn't tape it.
Nothing really. I don't think there's anything extra.
And then advanced training, what I'm going to do. There's a whole. I'll tape opening comments this week. Show it to you, but
I'm saying,
back to what you're saying.
Day 2, opening comments, do you start talking about 10 appointments? Like, do you ever talk about booking 10 appointments earlier than the schedule talk in day 2? Yeah, because that's
no, this is the schedule talk day 1. This is opening comments schedule walkthrough.
And you mentioned 10 appointments in there.
This is, yeah.
10 is right there, magic number 10.
I was just going to read that.
Take your phones out. Just do it.
I'll pull it up. I just.
This will help everyone.
Okay.
Or tape it. Can you just set it up? Oh no, there.
It's about to go down.
Somebody turn around the laptop.
Hey, we're gonna stop this video and restart it, and it's gonna be the new section, which is PPR and fast start. Okay. Peace.